Is the World Cup draw going to be fixed, rigged, or tampered with? If you like a good conspiracy theory, this is certainly one to jump on. A lot of people have believed for years that draws for FIFA and UEFA were rigged to suit big teams, to make desirable matches, to generate more money, revenue. Um, but there's usually not a lot of evidence behind those claims. It's mostly just speculation. But I want to hear from you. Do you think there's a chance the World Cup draw might be fixed on Friday? And if so, who do you think is going to get who? Who's going to get drawn with who? Who's going to play who? I just asked the same questions in 3 different ways. So, there you have it. And why? Or do you think it's all just a waste of time of discussion and it's not going to be rigged, it's not going to be fixed, it's going to be fairly random, like as it should be? I would say this. Where do I fall as far as if the World Cup draws are fixed? I don't know. I really don't know. Because you have to ask yourself this. You have to tell yourself this. The burden of proof is on the accuser, not the defendant. And we don't have proof of it. We have theories, but we don't have proof. However, I will say, would I put it past FIFA to do such a thing? And I'm not sure I can honestly answer that question with a no, because we know the scale of FIFA's corruption and how in deep they are with moneyed interests. So I have no idea if any have been fixed in the past, if Friday's draw will be fixed. But I remember one time I was watching a tutorial on the UEFA Champions League draw, and somebody was demonstrating how it could be fixed if they wanted to fix it through heating the balls to different temperatures. And it turns out the mock draw, I forgot what year it was, like 2013 or something, but the mock draw that somebody, not someone with FIFA, somebody independently did, yielded the same exact results as the actual UEFA round of 16 draw. All 8 pairs accurately predicted. So that was a little weird. I also, when I looked at the draw for 2014, I'm going to be honest, there were some pretty interesting coincidences. Because if you look at the 2014 World Cup draw, a lot of the big powerhouse teams were put in the same group. For example, the Netherlands, Chile, and Spain were in the same group. 3 former world champions, England, Uruguay, and Italy, were in the same group. Germany and Portugal were in the same group. The teams that really benefited from that draw were Brazil and Argentina, in a World Cup hosted in Brazil. Was this part of some elaborate scheme for FIFA, hoping there would be a Brazil-Argentina final to generate more profit, a World Cup final in Brazil? I don't know. The other team that benefited was France. And at that time, the president of UEFA was Michel Platini. And the conductor of the draw was Secretary Jerome Valcke. both of whom are Frenchmen, and the theory goes that they had a hand in France getting a relatively lenient draw, getting the likes of Switzerland, Ecuador, and Honduras in their group in comparison to other superpower teams, powerhouses that had much sturdier paths. If you look at Argentina's draw from 2014, I gotta be honest. If you look at Argentina's path in 2014, it was a bit odd. A little bit odd. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't have an idea. I don't know. I will say this. If you want to have an indicator of possibly looking to see if it might be fixed, keep an eye out for Russia's group. If Russia gets paired with the weakest teams from each pot, then something might be up. For example, if Russia gets a group like Saudi Arabia, Tunisia, and who's the weakest team from pot two? From pot two, I don't know. Peru or Mexico or Croatia, whatever. Like I think Peru. Yeah, just it doesn't have to be Peru. You get my point. Pick the weakest team from pot two, or at least very close to the weakest team in pot two. And if you see that Russia is getting the weakest, or at least close to the weakest of each team from each pot, that would be suspicious. I'm sorry. That would be suspicious. So the part of the whole conspiracy theory is that host nations get quote unquote easy groups, lenient groups. So be on the lookout for what group Russia gets as an indicator. Now, if they get a group of death, then, that argument goes out the window. Also be on the lookout for groups that Argentina may get, Brazil may get, or France. Because part of the accusations is that FIFA tends to favor Argentina because of Messi and France. Not my words, other people's words. Okay? So, if we see any supremely lopsided groups, which according to FIFA we shouldn't, because the new sorting of having every team ranked potted according to the rankings, there should not be lopsided groups, because that's one of the reasons why they put up this alternative seeding system for the World Cup. It's no longer separated by geographic diversity. It's the FIFA rankings applying to all four pots. So, we shouldn't really see any groups that are overwhelmingly stronger than others. We shouldn't. It's still mathematically possible, but we shouldn't. Most likely, we should not see it. So just be on the lookout. But I have no idea. My position on it is it fixed? Maybe. But even if it is, that calls into question how it's on live television. And they take the papers out of the balls. How are they going to rig it? So are they like master classes of like disguise and deception or something? So it's very iffy. It's a very tenuous thing. So I'm skeptical that the conspiracy theories hold very much weight. But I want to hear what you think. Do you think the FIFA World Cup draw has ever been rigged in the past? And do you think it will be rigged this Friday? If so, what groups, what teams do you expect to see play each other? Do you think Russia is going to be given favoritism? I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully, God willing. Until then, have a good day. Much love and peace out.